Hello guys, welcome to the video. Lucax here, and saying, you know, my Lucax29 account. That if you, thank you for if you subscribe, thank you. PS4 has randomly banned my account, and I actually have no reason. I was fighting with this kid who never stopped annoying me, and then the next day, my account got banned, so I have no idea what happened. So, and I'm trying to, I'm doing everything that I can to get the thing I need. I need a certain type of PC. Well, not a certain type, but we're getting a certain type of PC. Yeah. So, and it costs like $1,000. So, we're doing everything we can to do like a garage sale and stuff. And yeah, we're going to do everything we can. But in this other account, like position 3, we are able to like this little area. I got 2 pieces of diamonds. I used to have a whole pickaxe worth of diamonds, but then I fell in lava in the nether. I died to full damage, and all my stuff except for like a stack of netherrack, and some quartz I got back. That was it. So I lost. I think I have 2 hearts of the seas, and I've found one of the best ways to get good loot. Surprisingly, I can't do that anymore. You wanna know why? Because the only I was trying to do that. I've got every single shipwreck and everything in my area like that. But I have a suggestion. If you have a water cave like this, you can actually crouch down. If you don't know, you can crouch down on these, and they'll give you, you don't hurt. So you can hold down, and these also give you like bubbles back. Like if you can keep being on here, and they do that. So it's actually pretty neat. So, and I've been mining all my stuff and getting all my diamonds and stuff in here. It's kind of hard to hold down the trigger button. I can't like keep it down. No, like I had to hold it down. It's not like my old account, but just glad. Here's an also thing. You can stack these up underwater. Watch this. See how faster it does? And you can also go down, and these produce light. So these have been my recharge points. And I call it recharge because it's like recharging. So I've been placing these around, yeah. And yeah, this is how I've been getting my iron, gold, diamond. I got a little bit of diamond. But see, so if you ever need any tips, come to this YouTube channel. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to change my titles because I really don't want to waste that time. And I possibly can't, I have a reputation ever since season 7. I'd get the mystery skin, or, ooh, that sounds cool. I'd get the challenge skin. I don't remember what it's really called. The secret skin, and complete the whole entire battle pass. And then I showcase it off to you. But I might not be able to do that due to the thing that my account has been banned. It's a neat trick you can do to it's a pretty neat trick you can do to get some resources. And you can also do bunches of stuff with it, such as this. Hold on. If I can and if I can just, yeah. See? Easy way.
Maybe where's the little thing?
Yes. Hey, it's mine. Eh. See what I mean though? You can get good gold. There's gold right here. I should charge up. I like to call them recharge points. That has a nice ring to it. PS4 has got an update where I don't think I can see my friends really, so kind of get it down. I saw some gold here. Don't hide from me. Yeah. Don't hide from me. So the thing is music. I hate this music. I'm scared. It's like annoying. It scares me. It's annoying. It's like it's the music that your mom plays to embarrass you. That's basically it. It's a neat way I've been getting my resources, so yeah. Ooh, it's iron up here. It's kind of hard to see though because I don't really mine coal. That's the problem. But I also have these like little air vents. I call them air vents. It's like holes that I mine stuff in. Like, hold on, I gotta trigger these. See? Gotta see it. So there's plenty of coal. I also use redstone to go like that, to light the other way up. Am I crouching? I can't really see when I crouch. And yes, my mom is cleaning up the house while she plays this annoying music. Ow. Oh, that's what's sucking me up. Okay. Oh, wait, there's a recharge point. Here. I try to be organized sometimes. Most of the time, everybody I'm a dirty slop. I found some gold here. It's like a gold mine. But yeah, I unfriended somebody because of this, because I killed him as a joke and he got mad. And I had like 5 XP and he had 3. I have 5 experience and I got 3. I got like 7 because he lost some for some reason. Anyway, I started making things better, and I even made these don't even say diamond ore, and I want. And after that, I got life was better. So yeah. If you were gonna ask me why don't I have my stuff here, here's the thing. Funny thing, actually, I was searching, right? I'm searching for stuff. I was like 9 experience. I'm searching, and I found gold. I was doing this whole operation, which like there was those air vents, the magma blocks, and I just kept doing my thing, and well, I died from suffocation. I shouldn't have wasted my water breathing. I wasted my water breathing in there. I had a potion from, because I kept, all the times I was like a diver and I would go through under the water. And I'll show you. I should have my boat somewhere. I need scoots if I want to just not waste anything, but where's my boat? I know I had a boat somewhere. I keep losing my boats and had to craft new ones. But I'm trying to get scoots so I can get a turtle shell and get, as long as I wear the turtle shell, I can breathe underwater forever. So then I can just go stay in the water forever. I need shears though. So I can just swim in the water forever, come back. I lost my compass and I got another right hole. But the only way I got the netherite hole was, I got the netherite hole because I was trading with piglins. I was trading with piglins. Yeah, make a baby. Okay, now. What? Yeah, I got experience. Somebody, show me the baby. Why is it staring at me? Where's the baby egg? Where's the egg? Come on, show me where the egg is. Come on, go. Oh, there's the egg. Okay. So I need a cobblestone. Okay. Move. Please move. Please. What? 6, 2. Move. So, making this video kind of down. The update that PS4 made is mocking me. I'm not able to make parties. Let's go. Baby girl. I'm trying to get that ore so I can craft some shears so for when the baby grows, so I can feed the baby to grow up. And I can get my scoots and successfully craft turtle shell. Okay, wait, furnace. Excuse me. Whew. Now I'm gonna go barter with the piglins. Okay, so shit. I'm gonna go barter with the piglins. I'm thinking on putting save on. Save on. Let me see. Is it cheating to? Why is keep inventory? Why is keep inventory a cheat? Like, I like you. Hey, you take that gold and give me something good. I'll rock your face off. What do you expect I am? Some Hopodicus? I am not a Hopodicus. Spider webs, I don't even need these. Why would I ever need these? In case I'm making a bow, I'm not. I have a pizza. Thank you. Something actually useful. I took this back. Give me my gold back. Okay. Something accepted. Thank you. I want something. Give me a netherite thing, please. No, netherite hole. Charlton would treat me better. Yes, I named one of them Charlton. I named him Charleston, and I gave him gold. He gave me a netherite hoe, and I gave him enchanted pants. He wore, and then I think I lost him. I think he died in a battle, because I never could find him again. Charlton. Can I walk on this? Hold on. Dang it. Well, this is useless to me. This is where I can rest. Also, don't subscribe to Royale Kai. My enemy. He doesn't care. He cares about the money. Okay, well. Okay, it has a gold. I thought it had the gold. Oh wait, yeah, I bartered. Hey. I have a small room. So I have my shears. I should probably get I should get some sheep to find. Debris. Sheep. Come here, sheepies. We gotta check on. This time, I'm not letting a sight off that egg. Problem. I actually don't know. Hold on. I'm going to talk to my friend. I'm gonna ask him, how do you get scoops? I know he has to get, but like, how do you get? I'm inviting my friend Alan. He won't join. PS4, stop this madness, please. Look, if you can see this, then yeah, go spam this kid. Go spam this kid, Alan Cold. Alan Cold Anthony _ 8 uppercase H 630 and tell him make a party and invite me. Invite Lucax29. Why can't I invite? Oh, sheep. Where's your sheepling? What? Whoa, are you crazy? What? If this guy won't feed, let me know he's gay. gay. I was about to say, this man's gay. Go be with your wife, you idiot. Lisa Simpson would be like, I'm gonna invent something that's gonna cure Homer Simpson's. Illness. Mint. Very strong. Honey mint. Lemon or honey mint. Not sponsored by Cough Drop. I guess that's the name. I'm just eating a cough drop, a honey cough drop. You awake, little guy? I think I have some apples. Do I have some apples? Yes, I do. I have 3 apples, so let's hope this works. I know what to do. If you don't have apples, I know what to do to, every time, see? But you need a saddle, but, like, I'm not sure how to craft your saddle. There's no saddle recipe anymore. The saddle recipe disappeared. Then buy dry kelp. What is this? Dry kelp lock. Maybe I do need some string. Away we go! Two pieces of string. My brother is. Ancient debris, ancient debris, ancient debris. Come on, ancient debris. I want to find ancient debris for when I'm ready. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, this is kind of invisible by human. I've made it so it's not really visible. For right now, I've finished my homework, so we can do this as long as we want. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. Will we make the leap of... That was not so exciting, is it? Yeah. Can't blame the quality. So this stuff, most of the stuff, I I didn't get from here. I got from here. In the starting off gold, I got it from here. Cause I found gold blocks. If you excuse, what's it's like this. Makes no sense. Excuse me. Yeah, it should work. Not how you're supposed to work. Okay, so I have this. Then that should make. Yeah, I need sticks. Are you rain? The meme. Are you rain? I need a saddle, I think. That's a thing. But let's try this right now. I might have to use you. Wait, did I have a fire resistance drinking potion? I thought I did. Oh my, this music's creeping me out. Let's save this for this. Let's go there later. Let's go there. I forgot I had so many enchanted fishing rods. Why, universe? Why? Yeah, I have hearts of the sea. Collected that. It was like I collected this. I don't actually want. I don't know why. So nice. We should make some decorations. Yeah. Yep. Always happens. I don't know if it thinks I'm underwater or something, because I'm not. When you go to the nether, you're not underwater. I fight. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm so stupid. Please tell me I'm stupid in the comments below. There's a lot of comments. You get the point. Oink, oink. Oink, man. Point taken. Point taken. Why? Hey, bro. Give me something good this time before I kill you. Oh, okay. You got me. You made me flattered. Okay. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with sand, but yeah, here. Barbarians. Ooh, my brethrens are going to battle. I should. Piranha! Piranha! Heroic in action. Boom, boom, boom. Die, die, die. So I was over here. I lost some stuff one time, so yeah. So that means it's this. Wait. So it means I died over here. Distractions. Nope. Wait, is it? be careful. I have some reach. Lots of good stuff. I gotta be careful. Oh God. So I might only be able to play some Fortnite games. When a man says, "Do you like to gamble?" you call the police. Not go like, "Oh yes, I like to gamble. Would you?" You do not go, "Oh yes, I would like to gamble for some money." They give me hygiene infested. They give me food because I can up. Apple. You can apple? Yeah, I can apple. But that is apple. Yeah, I took apple. Jump. Jump. I swear, if I found ancient moon. Okay. Whoa, that's jump. Fire charge. Wait. Did I just found this? This game is not fit for me. Game, you betray me. Yes, and warm. Yeah. Okay.
dislikes. Why would someone positively bot you? The only form of botting I've heard of in the commentary community is dislike botting. Unless you have your fucking grandma paying for bots because she knows how much you want to be a YouTuber. What's funny is how he said Icy was innocent in his video about Dirk Default. However, we all know that he took part in the termination of Mexican Buffet. And like I said in my video about Texas Beach YouTubers, you can't be a pussy. How he's going after someone that quote-unquote fakes his voice when he really doesn't, because I've talked to him for hours. When he uses a robot to speak. Even if you genuinely liked this person, you could agree with me. It's kind of a pussy move. You kind of just...
The new Sam's Family Pack. Speed 4 for $24.99. Now available for delivery.
Can't believe it.
What? Our new house is haunted by Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Hey, Jill. Hey, Kurt. Movies? I'll get that.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to say Lucax.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe she used to be a baby robot, like a long time ago. Hey! There are more important things to talk about right now. Oh, it's right. Thank you. Now, Maud is a robot, so who is going to make us lunch? I think I have a plan. Yes, order a pizza. Great idea. No, getting us some help. I do not want to make this call. Hello, former teacher, new life enjoyer, chef speaking. Chef, it's Duncan. Duncan? Wow. Well, it was good talking to you, but I'm in the middle of a bath. Wait! We need your help. Our new teacher, she's a robot. Robot? Probably from the military base down the road. The military? Well, I'm gonna have a word with them about this. Duncan threw water on her, and she's gone crazy. Oh no! That is a problem. That is not mine. You have to save us, Chef, please.
It's not peaceful.
Get here, under a bridge, and... We lost them. Who takes a bath under a bridge?
Boat's right there. I should have crafted a compass. Should have crafted a compass.
Guys, if you can't see her, then she can't see you. Just cover your eyes and... Now we'll be invisible forever. I'll call my mom, and she'll get us a lawyer so that we can... Threat contained. Not gonna lie, terror makes me gassy.
Said the gay girl. Said the gay boy. Who's the gayest girl? Girls are always the gayest.
There's room now. Uh-oh. This rocks. Threat contained. If a little water messed you up, let's see what a lot of water does. Duncan, leader of the enemy forces. Detected. Prepare to be exterminated. Goodbye, cruel world. Duncan, where's the robot? You parked on her. Bow! Admit it, you missed us. I want my bubble bath.
Hey everyone, this is Strength Ray Pierre, and in today's video, we'll be going through the top 10 worst school field trips.
299 died and 5 are missing. Alaric was underwater for at least 30 minutes.
And there was supposed to be a school bus that was driving down the street when a car pulled in front of it. The bus swerved out of the way and into a swimming pool.
A school bus crashed into a swimming pool this morning. 9 students were on board. No one was hurt. A car pulled in front of the bus. The bus driver apparently swerved to avoid a collision, but then flipped the car anyway. The bus went through a yard and landed in the pool with it back there, teetering on the edge. The driver of the car did suffer minor injuries.
We were trying to get 150 seniors going on a class graduation trip to Disneyland. They were super excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it turns out, just before only days, the trip got canceled. It turns out the bus company that was going to transport them all canceled. The reason why was because that bus company got a higher offer from another school to go on a different graduation trip. I mean, talk about being an awful business.
They had to cancel because EDC was paying them more.
This is what Senior Michelle Candelaria tells me is why Aero Stage Line's bus company canceled on Western High School's senior grad trip.
Well, yeah, we've been looking forward to like, for me since my freshman year, and so I don't know, like we were all just mad, sad.
But 150 seniors were looking forward to staying at Disneyland until the bus company canceled on them Thursday evening.
rate, we've got a terrible accident that happened on this field trip. A bunch of students and their teachers went on top of this mountain, I guess. I don't know if it was like a skiing place or what, but they were supposed to stick to a certain path, and the teachers were all supposed to be supervising them. However, they stopped supervising all of them because they thought, I guess, the students were going to behave and stick to the path themselves. So, like, 6 students wandered off and slid down a slope that they weren't supposed to. And unfortunately for them, I guess there was a big drop-off, and some of the students passed away.
I was going faster. I grabbed the branch of a tree. I assumed the others had gone over the brow ahead. We stood shouting, but we didn't get any answer. His friend, Thomas Plumridge, said the others had disappeared only a few yards in front of him. He had grabbed the last bush before the edge.
I was stupid.
Easily preventable. This involves a 5-year-old boy and a 63-year-old woman, both of whom passed on a kayak that flipped over. I guess they were going to the beach for a school field trip, and the company that was in charge is now being sued because they provided no lifeguards, no life vests.
Yes,
they sat 4 people on kayaks that were meant for 2. So when it flipped over, they didn't have life vests on, all that kind of stuff. It was just a recipe for disaster.
The kayak used was for 2 people only, but 4 were on it without wearing life vests. The complaint says when the kayak capsized, Alaric was underwater for at least 30 minutes. Alaric's parents were notified, but say limited information was given. So his father, Lucius Chu, called the hospital. It was the worst phone call of his life.
In number 7 spot, this one is downright disgusting. It's not technically a school trip or a field trip, it's more of a choir trip, but I'm counting it anyways, because this pastor, he went on a choir trip with a group of kids from his congregation or whatever.
I was stupid to go out there.
On the younger side. One of them, I guess the youngest one that he did stop with was 8 years old, but he did stop with these kids that no adult should be going with a child, and he was caught, I guess, and arrested for doing so, and I hope, quite frankly, that he never gets let out.
A detective with the Shreveport Police Department's Crimes Division testified today that Pastor Lewis, who is still the pastor at Act on Faith Ministries on Hollywood Avenue, was also the head of the church choir, made up mostly of young girls, and that the pastor allegedly had some of those girls out of state visiting other churches. Lewis has been arrested and charged in district court on similar charges and has been out on bond for about a year.
Number 5, I gotta say this is probably the worst one in this entire list. This one is really, really messed up. This is the Seoul Ferry tragedy. Basically, there were a bunch of students in South Korea from multiple different high schools that were excited to go on this trip where they went on a ship and then went around places and that kind of stuff. But there was a total of 476 people on this ship, from what I understand, and 304 of them ended up passing away because the boat pretty much capsized. The most awful thing about it was that 304 number could have pretty much been 0 so easily, because the captain, the entire time they were having problems with the ship, kept on telling them that they were fine just to stay in the room, and while this was all happening, he was a huge coward who just kept himself off the ship while it was filling up with water and the students were down below in their rooms. Eventually the water filled up so much that they couldn't get out.
April 16th, 2014 is a date South Koreans can never forget.
Stop. No.
Tragedy.
This does not fit. And Ricardo said that it was from China. And I'm not risking using a mask made in China. So move. Get out the room. Get out the room with that mask. Ow.
When that whole this thing started happening, I gotta call it that, because if I call it by the actual name, they'll demonetize me. But basically, when that all happened, a lot of people had vacations set up, trips, including these students who had school trips planned to go to Washington, D.C. with a bunch of their classmates. They were super excited. It was planned for
I broke my jaw.
But like I said, it was canceled because of that whole sickness situation, and some people didn't have insurance on their travel, and the travel company just basically told them no refunds, you're screwed. And a bunch of people were out thousands of dollars.
Oh, okay, so canceled. Like, stinks, but that's the way it goes.
Our individual travel company may still offer you an opportunity to go on your scheduled trip, even though the district has canceled out-of-state travel.
If the district's not backing it, what does that mean for my students?
It basically means students would be on their own. Vanessa and her husband dropped about $2,500 on the trip, but since they purchased insurance for it, they opted for a refund.
Well, from what I understand, parents who didn't purchase the insurance are now being told that they may not get a refund.
Number 3, we had a bunch of students going on a school trip. They had a couple parent chauffeurs in the buses as well, and The bus driver, it turns out, maybe had a little bit to drink before he came and started driving because he was swerving all over. The parents were freaking out and made the dude pull over on the spot, and they had to wait like almost an hour to get a replacement for this bus driver and get going back on their field trip.
Parents on board the bus felt uncomfortable and called Daphne East's principal. The district tells us the principal called the bus company and the buses pulled over so a new driver could continue the trip. But parents say Baldwin Schools still has not told them anything about the incident. The parent we spoke to says she was texting her child and other parents on board and says she felt scared.
Real quick, before the next one, make sure to like on this
Squirmy,
video.
squirmy,
What's gonna go wrong? Number two, these students were going on a field trip, and on the bus, one of their parent chaperones, which happened to be one of the students' mothers, was acting a little bit strange. And it turns out there was a reason for that, because she has some illegal substances along with her that she was using during this field trip. I guess she just wanted to pass the time a little bit. I don't know why she would do this in the first place, but she got caught and busted and arrested.
Washington County mom who passed out on a school field trip is going to jail. Stephanie Bailey was a chaperone for her daughter's class trip in Ozaukee County. She had heroin and drug paraphernalia in her purse. Judge sentenced her to 45 days in jail.
And finally, one story to go off with a 3-year-old boy who went on a school field trip to the rodeo. He was excited. I guess he got separated from his group and ended up getting lost. And the people got on the bus and started going back, and they didn't even realize that he wasn't there. It was actually some random dude just at this rodeo that noticed this lost boy and helped find out where he was supposed to be. And the mother, of course, after she figured this out, was not happy.
What if he felt like, I'm not going to see my mom, or my teachers left me, my friends left me, you know? Was he crying?
Last Friday, while on a field trip to the rodeo with his school at Thompson Elementary, Carter was separated from his Head Start classmates and left behind by his teacher, HISD confirms. A 3-year-old all alone in the crowd. It was a rodeo visitor who found him and connected him with another class from the school. The district says this as his class was already on the bus and heading back to Thompson. Making it even worse, Williams wasn't told about the incident until yesterday.
Why didn't you report it? Well, he was back at the school. We found him. We didn't find him. Someone else found him.
That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later, though. Shebang.
You know, looking back, Arthur might not be the wholesome PBS Kids cartoon that we all thought it was. I mean, you had an episode where everyone in school struggled with addiction to strange ingredients in the candy bars that they were eating. That's certainly concerning. And the whole world seems to operate under unspoken societal prejudices and hierarchies. I mean, did your 6-year-old self ever notice the fact that reptile characters are only ever shown to be doing jobs with heavy manual labor? It's true. It's almost enough to make you ball up your fist in anger. But there's one other dark truth about this show that you might have missed back in preschool. Heck, that the adults watching this with their kids have still missed to this day. A dark truth that'll make your brain melt. And that, my friends, is what we're covering today.
Can't waste it.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show that has an original point of view, just like everyone that you meet when you're walking down the street. Here's a question for you. What's the longest-running American cartoon? If you said The Simpsons, well, you probably also watched our King of the Hill episode, and you're right. Congratulations. But you know what the second longest-running cartoon in America is? It's our buddy Arthur the Aardvark, who's been growing up while learning family-friendly lessons on our TV screens since 1996. This would be the part where I say only 90s kids will remember, but after 22 seasons, Arthur is still on the air. It's wild that my son can grow up watching the same shows that were on TV when I was a kid. And I'm glad that Arthur never left, because every kid ought to grow up in a world where we can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Arthur's also one of those shows that's great to go back to as an adult, because a lot of the jokes were totally put in there for the parents who had to watch whatever their kids were watching. And if you were a kid, well, you probably missed a lot of those references the first time around.
Sorry, Sue Ellen. It's a brother and sister race. Maybe there's a contest for lonely children after this. It's only children, DW. A lonely child is what you're gonna be when I sell you.
Holy jeez, Arthur! When you sell your sister?
What am I gonna do? Run away.
better join the circus.
My mom knows a good plastic surgeon.
But there's another thing that you might have missed when watching Arthur as a kid. Something that's not so bright and cheery. It may be a wonderful kind of day, but we wouldn't be Film Theory if we weren't willing to ruin those wholesome childhood memories by exposing the dark and tragic truths behind them. Now, somehow one of the people who did grow up watching this PBS classic as a kid, Arthur is a show about
Yep, I know this.
named Arthur and his sister.
It was in my
They go
childhood.
to school with their friends, including
But I already lost my childhood.
a bulldog named Mickey, a bear named the Brain, and
Somebody
a
killed my
an
childhood.
animal, in case you missed the pattern. And it's pretty much what you need to know. In typical kids show fashion, they learn life lessons, they shade each other.
You know how Polylocket works? That's where you keep your most special, important thing. I figured you'd want to put this in there. No thanks. I'm gonna put in a picture of my cat. Oh.
And they burn the spelling of aardvark into your brain so completely that literal decades after you watch that one episode, you still hear it in your mind.
A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K.
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 No joke, it is still how I remember how to spell that word. Even as I'm typing this up, that song is playing constantly in the back of my brain. And that's what you get if you're the target demographic. But if you've ever stumbled across an episode of this show as someone a bit older after learning about the birds and the bees, you might be wondering how, in a society of animals, interspecies romance works. But joke's on you, the show is already one step ahead of you. Despite Arthur living in a society with many different types of animals, most families seem to be single species. Arthur and his sister DW are both aardvarks, and both of their parents are also aardvarks. Buster Baxter is a rabbit with 2 rabbit parents. Francine is a monkey with 2 monkey parents, and so on and so forth. Now, we do know that interspecies romance isn't exactly taboo. For instance, back in 2019, Mr. Ratburn, who you might have already guessed is a rat, married an aardvark. And while that episode was apparently controversial enough to get it banned from television in Alabama, I'm gonna wager that the outrage was more about the fact that Mr. Ratburn was a man marrying another man, and not so much the fact that it was a rat marrying an aardvark. In this world, there's apparently nothing saying that an aardvark can't date or marry a rat, but when it comes to biology and reproduction, the Arthur universe seems to follow rules pretty similar to our own. If you're an aardvark looking to make some aardvark babies, you're gonna have to find yourself another aardvark. Or at least, that's the way it seems at first until you start digging deeper and you notice a strange trend. For instance, Molly and James McDonald. They're both rabbits, and while their father is a rabbit, their mom is a dog. Emily here is also a rabbit with a rabbit mother and a monkey father. And Carl is a rabbit who has an aardvark mother and no other parents that we can see. At first, these 3 examples might seem to disprove the idea that interspecies romance in the Arthur universe can't result in reproduction, but there's another thing that they all have in common. Molly, James, Emily, and Carl, the 4 characters who all have at least one parent that doesn't match their own species, are all rabbits. That doesn't seem like it could be a coincidence. In a world full of aardvarks, monkeys, bulldogs, and all other kinds of animal species, it just so happens that the kids who have parents of different species all are predominantly rabbits?
Game, yeah, it's because it's game. It's because it's a game.
The first question I had is whether there might be some particular quirk of rabbit biology that might allow them to breed across species. It's not unheard of for there to be genetic hybrids, after all. For instance, you may have heard of mules. Well, they're the offspring of a horse and a donkey. There's also many varieties of zebroids, which result in crossbreeding zebras with other species. You know what you get when you cross a zebra and a horse? A zorse. What do you get when you cross a zebra and a donkey? A zonkey. And those aren't jokes. Those are actual real animals that can be created via crossbreeding. We assumed that Molly, James, Emily, and Carl doesn't seem to support it. Rabbits aren't genetically similar enough to dogs, monkeys, or aardvarks to crossbreed with them. You could argue that the Arthur universe has different rules here. After all the animals are genetically similar enough to walk upright on 2 feet and speak to each other in English, but even if that were the case, it still doesn't explain why it's only rabbits that we see as the children in these interspecies relationships. However, there may indeed be a biological explanation for why it's always rabbits who seem to be raised by non-rabbit parents, and it gets into some territory that has some pretty troubling implications for the wider Arthur universe. One thing that we've been doing this whole time is operating under the assumption that all of these rabbit kids are the biological children of the parents that they live with. But as we all know, the real world is full of plenty of examples where parents and children aren't related by blood. Obviously, adoption exists, and there are plenty of kids with divorced parents living with their step-parents. In short, the way I see it, there are 2 key possibilities possibilities potentially causing this trend. 1, divorce is more common in rabbit couples, or 2, rabbit children are getting put up for adoption more frequently. So let's start with possibility 1, divorce being common in rabbit couples. You see, this theory already seems plausible considering that divorce exists in Arthur's world. Buster Baxter has parents who are separated, also a rabbit couple. And there's a real-world explanation for this. You see, real-world rabbits don't tend to mate with only one partner for their entire lifetime. They're not monogamous. You could say that they are hopping from partner to partner, which, you know, could produce some strain on a relationship when Bitsy Baxter over there is finding her husband Bo in the burrow with another woman. Except there's a problem with all this. Rabbits aren't alone in this category.
I was at school. The principal told me that I had to leave completely and that I couldn't come back unless I changed my hair.
Very few animal species are actually monogamous. It's mostly because it doesn't make sense from a genetic standpoint. Reproduction is all about ensuring the survival of your genes into the next generation. So you want as many chances at that as possible with a relatively wide array of mates. Monogamy is costly because it requires an individual to place their entire reproductive investment on the fitness of their one mate. It's putting all their eggs in one basket, literally. And in Arthur, we see all different animal types from aardvarks to bulldogs, goats, monkeys, moose, pigs, sheep. In all, I counted about 20 different species of animals shown to be functioning members of this society. And the fact is, most of these types of animals would be dealing with the same marital issues if monogamy was
I need to
really
use
a
the
concern in
bathroom
this
real bad,
universe.
but I
So
don't
it
want to leave.
doesn't seem like divorce here is causing the issue, which means it has to roll up to option 2, adoption. But why would so many bunny babies be put up for adoption in this universe? Well, I think it's actually the result of 2 contributing factors. You see, it's no secret that rabbits are notorious for their mating abilities. The phrase breeding like rabbits is a thing that exists for a good reason. Rabbits are able to become pregnant early in life, with some species able to get the ball rolling, so to speak, as early as 4 months of age. Add to that the fact that the female is able to get pregnant for all but 3 days per month, and you've got yourself a wide open window for babies. Now, that alone would be pretty unique in the animal kingdom, but there's another few factors that make rabbits incredible breeders. You see, a mother rabbit usually gives birth within 32 days of getting pregnant, and is ready to get pregnant again almost immediately after giving birth. So if they wanted, a mother rabbit could have a litter of babies almost every month. Nearly 12 in a year, which is incredible. Compare that to humans, where the gestational period is 266 days. But what makes rabbit breeding truly insane is that each of those litters can have anywhere between 1 and 14 babies, with the average being 6. Compare that to other animals that we see in the Arthur universe. Aardvarks, 1 baby every 7 months. Monkeys, 1 baby every 2 years or so. Dogs, cats, foxes, bears, you name it, all of them have longer pregnancies and smaller litters. Which means that there's gonna be a lot more rabbits in this world than there are any other type of animal. And this is something that's actually confirmed by the show's character list. Looking through lists of all characters who have ever appeared in Arthur, you quickly see that there are nearly 220 unique rabbit characters that have shown up on the screen. The second most animal species is, as you'd expect, aardvarks, which clock in at around 170 unique characters. But that number is also inflated since our main character is himself an aardvark, so the show is going to revolve around him and his animal type. No other animal even comes close to touching the number of rabbit characters in this show. Now, it would be tempting to say that all these newborn bunnies are resulting in the parents abandoning some of their kids, which is terrible and awful, and quite honestly would make a pretty darn good dark twist for this episode on a show made for elementary school kids, but I don't think that's the case here. There isn't any scientific evidence suggesting that rabbit parents are any more negligent than parents of other species, and it also wouldn't explain why there are so many one rabbit
already hit bedrock?
No, I think that there's something else at play here. You see, there is one basic bit of biology that separates rabbits from
Lava means
every
diamonds.
other species that we see on this show. Lifespan. Let's go back to that character frequency chart, shall we, and compare the lifespans of the most common species that we see in the Arthur universe. Aardvarks, 18 years in the wild, 23 in captivity. Brown bear, 20 to 25 years in the wild. Dogs, 10 to 15 years depending on the breed. Indoor cats, 13 to 17 years. Brown spider monkeys, 27 years in the wild, 33 in captivity. Rabbit, 1 to 2 years in the wild, 5 to 7 in captivity. To borrow from another kids program, in the world of Arthur, animal lifespans are probably going to be closer to what they would be in captivity, since Arthur and his classmates probably don't have to worry about things like natural predators. Of course, I missed that years, brown bear, 95 years, dogs, 42 to 63 years, depending on the breed, cats, 63 years, monkeys, 139 years, rabbits, 24 to 42. And this, my friends, explains the thing that sent us down this rabbit hole in the first place. This is why there are so many rabbits who seem to have guardians of other species or just live in single rabbit families. The simple fact is that even if rabbits are starting families at ages as young as 18, a significant portion of them won't live long enough to see their kids finish school. With rabbit lifespans so short, it's no wonder that so many rabbit kids are being raised by non-rabbits. The surviving rabbit parent probably remarries out of desire to have a partner to raise kids with them. If this is common in the Arthur universe, it wouldn't be all that weird for this sort of thing to happen, which would explain why it's never commented on by characters in the show. Arthur has been on the air since 1996, and he's just one of those cartoon characters that doesn't age. He's been an 8-year-old third grader for over 23 years, which, gotta say, it's probably a good thing. If the series actually followed the characters for 23 years, they might have already gotten to the point where Buster's classmates have to hold his funeral while everyone else is in the prime of their lives. That, of course, would be after the episode where Buster goes through his midlife crisis somewhere in the middle of high school. Looking at all the life expectancies for the animals in the Arthur universe, Arthur the Aardvark actually has a pretty decent shot of outliving most of his other classmates. Maybe he really should marry Francine the monkey if he's looking for someone to spend his golden years with. Oh wait, he actually does. This is something that is confirmed in the show. They do wind up together. And strangely, have a conversation about Buster.
There's Buster Baxter. Whatever happened to him?
Huh, whatever happened to Buster? Strange how those best friends don't wind up together in the end. And notice how Arthur just doesn't respond in this moment. He just stares sadly off into the distance. It's almost like he had a dear old friend who died a bit too early.
And second layer.
And
Second
that, my friends,
layer.
is my feel-good episode on the world of Arthur. Happy childhoods. And remember, it's all just a theory.
A field theory.
And this episode was brought to you by the subscribe button. The subscribe button, helping this channel reach an arbitrary milestone that'll get us a glorified paperweights. Subscribe button. Use it.
Come on. Give me that. What? Oh my god, he's going insane! It's over 9,000! I'm literally just using...
Yep.
Sorry, fellas, but I simply haven't seen enough hard evidence to warrant a yep in this situation. I remain undecided.
What?
That boy ain't right.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film.
Oh god!
A show that's just gonna come out and say it. Natural gas burns cleaner than propane. Today it's a food theory, film theory double feature. Over there, we're scientifically testing the optimum way to grill your food via a massive taste test. And over here, we're talking about the show that filled our head with propane grilling propaganda for over 13 years, King of the Hill.
I provide the people of this community with propane and propane accessories. There's soot under my boys' nails. You don't get that from a clean burning
artistic, sensitive, a comedian, and with amazing self-confidence. Everything that Hank is not.
Bobby, I've got some good news, but I want you to promise you're not going to squeal like a girl. I've decided to let you grow your roses.
At first glance, Bobby is much more similar to Bill here. He looks more like Bill, he has a large appetite just like Bill, he's much more emotional and forthcoming with his feelings just like Bill. But perhaps the most convincing piece of evidence that supports this fan theory is Hank's infertility, an apparent result of his famously narrow urethra.
You know I can't give you more children. I have a narrow urethra.
So you would assume that Hank's urethral issues developed sometime after Bobby, their only child, was conceived, and after that point, Hank was unable to father more children. That would seem reasonable enough on the surface. Urethral structures do change in adults as a result of injury and infection, and a narrow urethra can indeed negatively impact a man's fertility. So the timeline totally checks out, or at least it would if it wasn't for the fact that Hank's narrow urethra was diagnosed long before Bobby was conceived. Season 7, episode 19, Be True to Your Fool, proves that Hank was aware of his narrow urethra before he even graduated high school.
I tried to join up too, but they didn't take me. Narrow urethra.
Bobby wasn't born until Hank was in his mid to late 30s, meaning that Hank had a narrow urethra long before Bobby was born. Well, this alone doesn't necessarily rule Hank out as the father. When you consider it in relation to all the other evidence stacked against him, it certainly raises some pretty pressing paternity questions. And what better way to answer those questions than with science? Now, we could spend all day on this stuff, but what's important to note is that every single trait or phenotype a kid is born with is dictated by a pair of alleles, one from each parent. And if you saw O'Shea Jackson portray his father Ice Cube in the movie Straight Outta Compton, then you already know kids can look an awful lot like their parents. But sometimes they don't, and that's the result of something called incomplete dominance. You see, alleles are not strong or weak. Generally speaking, dominant traits will overpower recessive traits. So if parent A contributes a dominant allele for black hair, and parent B contributes a recessive allele for red hair, their child, let's call it Steve, will have themselves black hair. The dominant trait, black hair, is seen to the world, but deep within Steve's DNA, there's a terrible, sinister secret. Steve is actually a ginger carrier. But the world would never know. That is until Steve grows up and decides to contribute his alleles to some lucky lady. If his recessive red allele is contributed, and Steve's partner also contributes a recessive allele for red hair, then bam! Steve's got himself a red-headed baby, despite the fact that neither parent has red hair. So there you have it. Phenotypes can be passed along in an obvious, straightforward manner like we saw with Ice-T's son, or recessive traits can sneakily stay dormant and pop up in unexpected places across a given family tree. So what trait should a good paternity snoop keep an eye out for? Studies have shown that kinship-indicating phenotypes are particularly present in the upper half of human faces, including the eye region. Meanwhile, quote, the lower part of the face that changes most with development does not contain paternity cues. And now let's see what that can tell us about the paternity of Bobby Hill. While the identity of Bobby's father is up in the air, the identity of his mother is not. So when we compare Bobby to members of Peggy's family tree, we see that Bobby's phenotypes, his tan hair color, his more rounded skull, his wider, squatter nose, his stockier build, the fact that his eyes are open along the bottom, they don't seem to match anyone from Peggy's side of the family, with the only exception coming from his cousin Luann's open bottomed eyes. But for every other trait, no match across the entirety of the maternal side of the family. I should also pull up the fact that things like eye color and ear shape aren't factored in, because Hill's art style doesn't really change either of those elements for pretty much any character. Overall, these results suggest that many of Bobby's expressed traits must be coming from his father's side of the family. So it's finally time to ask the $64,000 question, who resembles Bobby more, Hank or Bill? For the answer, let's go down the upper face phenotype checklist. Eye shape. Bill's eyes are decidedly different, so he's awarded 0 points. While adult Hank may have that eye underlined, when he was Bobby's age, his eyes were actually open along the bottom. So I'm going to call that one a match. Point for Hank. Next up, hair color.
George, I'm sorry to see you up here. Well, yes, but I died for a worthy cause. My body. My little green body. Okay, at least the Scottish groundskeeper will give your remains a respectful burial.
Into the crapper you go.
Can you put these great in the refrigerator? I can't even put them in the garage refrigerator.
mention of self-esteem that comes from wad riffling. Look, I even put the boy to work. Parts are of the highest quality. They come from the China of China, India. The giving him trophies did nothing. You've showered him with praise and he's just as lazy as ever. And no matter how hard he tries, which he never will, Bart will always be a screw-up. Look at that whimpering little crybaby. Wah, wah.
Hey, what's your grandson?
Oh, he's just repeating what he heard as a boy from me. Oh, I was an awful father, just like my old man. But no matter how many strangles he patented, his father never approved. Our family's most prized possession. A Beaumont Chronomaster Elite. You are special. You're like my prostate. A spiky little troublemaker who plays by his own rules. Every tick will remind you you've got a grandpa who believes in you. The same way I believe the retirement home.
Why is my trophy the smallest? You all lost to me.
Why do you always have to make trouble, you wee harpy? And there's no shortage of experts who want to tell them. No shortage of experts.
Too much praise creates millennials. A generation of soft, entitled narcissists.
Get up. Retry. I don't care if you're tired.
He's got a word made of other words.
No more trophies! No more trophies!
Uh-oh.
You are scum soup.
Stupid parenting method I can't exploit for money. Actually kind of makes sense. Hate it so much. Yeah, right. That once means nothing to me.
Really? Then how do you explain that case you made?
I'm born of a desperate need for approval from a father who couldn't show love.
You say so. Now I'm gonna take this out and see what life is like with real love and encouragement ticking in my pocket. You watch it come down. That should be where Grandpa's watch landed. Ow! 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 Oh! Ow! Not a single one has missed me. My trophies were earned. Even the soccer one. I went to most of the practices. I guess I can live with being a useless, worthless nothing as long as no one finds out. Sweetie, your grandpa's on the phone. There's something I have to tell you.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just finishing up a mandatory pre-article heart exam. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And you won't be late because you got that watch. My trophy business has failed and Bart has the thing I wanted most. Grandpa's watch.
$10 to throw them in my dumpster.
How about I give you a trophy that says best pawn shop?
Not unless I earned it. That dude's seen a lot of living.
Bart, look what Daddy's got now. Come on, foot, kick, damn you.
It's stuck in your hand, Fat.
Oh, you gotta wedge something in there to break the vacuum.
There's an exciting dark horse this year. It's a player from Springfield by the name of Ralph Wiggum.
Uh-oh.
Ralph Wiggum, power forward.
I'm a millionaire!
That show is down by me. Now he's on my family. My pleasure. Then you do me. Harder! Harder!
Yeah, that's it.
They're dancing.
Blacklisted by human.
Everything I say is a lie. I'm lying right now.
But I am familiar with Epimenides' paradox.
Sorry, Homer. Looks like you have to spend time with your children.
I finally had to accept she ain't coming back to me. Two newfangled.
It's like a
I'm not the crazy one. Am I crazy?
It's fine now, but I'm telling you, Grandpa totally lost it when I brought out the army man.
Good. What happened to you?
6-5.
You know how I hate to reminisce. I've hated reminiscing ever since that day in 1937.
The war ended 2 years ago, creep.
How'd you like to make $50 for half a day's work? 50 simoleons for half a cock-a-doodle-doo?
The war was over and America turned to toys. Finally, Putty could be silly again. Boy, this toy modeling is a great racket.
That's what you think.
Did they pay you?
They never did.
Well, that's what's torturing you.
When was the last time I said I love you?
Godspeed.
For me, the tiny green plastic war never ended.
You got an email from the toy company. They want you to visit them in New York City. All expenses paid.
Don't worry about buckling up or putting your chairs back. Sure, on a roll. Leave the cart.
From my shoulders, Rhode Island.
Never called him out for his bad behavior?
No, but I put mercury in his coffee.
You think I left millions on the table? That doesn't sound like me. Heflin?
Yes, the finest war and fashion photographer I ever knew.
This is the most fun I've had since not dying in the war. Ah, no! Stop shooting!
You ruined a man's career?
Oh, and all he was doing was expressing his love for me.
According to cyberstalker.com, he now lives in a small town in Texas. It's open carry.
Our manhood is under assault, Sergeant! Incoming gay panic! We're all going to Texas. The plant can get by without me for a little longer.
Marfa's the art capital of Texas. Over there are the Marfa Lights. How magical.
37 miles to my destiny. Son, stop! You might be strangling him because of your own conflicted feelings. Are you thoughtful? Ah, he was supposed to take my picture, then he got sweet on me. I'm sorry I ruined your life.
Ruined my life? You saved it. My wife took it well. I landed here, and I've never had a day of regret since. Never too late to find out what your true self is. It's a shot I always wanted and never got. Your beautiful smile.
The Alamo's not the only thing I'm gonna remember.
Sorry, my friend. Radio man, a little dance music, if you please.
Oh, this is too sad. Let's melt him in the microwave. Oh, boy!
Animation is so great. It's way better than whatever the alternative is.
It's okay for us to watch cartoons?
This one's fine and dandy, Rowdy. It's approved by a council of praise for Lutheran ministers.
Oh, soon, sir, your loudmouth leopard is a ripoff of Jackie Gleason.
Folks, you're about to witness the exciting new process of motion capture animation.
I'm a little deep, but though here is my stuff. Oh, yeah. Urinal cake eroding, eroding, eroding. God. See, draw my life savings, please, and hurry.
Sir, this is a joint account. You'll need your wife's signature, too.
Ask the man for some candy.
No candy for you.
And at least get some candy for yourself.
Are you sure you understand the risks of stock ownership?
Absolutely.
We're in the money. We're in the money. Yahoo! Up 6 1/4.
What is this crap?
Fox Broadcasting, down 8.
After plunging 75 points this morning.
Oh, cradle plunging means up, and 75 means 200. Alright, first item. I lost our life savings in the stock market. Now let's move on to the real issue. Point of order. I didn't lose all the money. There was enough left for this cowbell. You rent your womb to a rich, childless couple. If you agree, signify by getting indignant.
Are you crazy?
I got a great way to make money. I'm a human guinea pig. You mean like medical testing? Yeah, medical, military.
Oh, yes?
Ow, not so loud.
Homer, you really have no desire to eat that food?
Food? I'm blind.
So, where did that rat come from? He must have brought it in with him. Rotate 20 degrees.
You see, whenever I pick up an X-ray, I always hold it like this. My thumb must have covered up the crayon every time.
Oh, I don't feel so good. That's true. I think that's all of them.
Homer, where have you been?
I just underwent a procedure to increase my IQ 50 points.
Say something else smart.
Dr. Joyce Brothers may be well known, but her psychological credentials are highly suspect.
Dad, did you read all these books today?
Everything from Hop on Pop to Death Be Not Proud.
Nothing cracks a turtle like Leon Uris. Ow! Dang it! Ow! Ooh, found a new shortcut.
Better. I was working on a flat tax proposal, and I accidentally proved there's no God.
Question.
Yes, Nelson.
A moron says what?
Not being a moron, I wouldn't know. However,
What?
Thank you. Unfortunately, due to budget cuts, we are canceling art, music, and dance.
What you mean with Homer?
I've compiled a thorough safety report on this plane.
It's nice to have someone with brains in this nuclear plant. Homer's the guy who rigged up my pants with this special codpiece. It seems the Federales have been tipped off by an anonymous whistleblower.
Way to put us out of work, genius.
I guess he's my family with a codpiece.
Effigy, eh? Yeah, nothing burns like an effigy.
You cost us our job, which we need for working.
Not to mention driving to.
Tavern.
Power off, Einstein.
In fact, I make graphs. I make a lot of graphs.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Radical!
Is that your final answer?
I don't understand.
With that rich snob.
Ably played by Bill Paxton.
It's Bill Pullman, you fool!
What if we gave you the name of an unlicensed surgeon?
Oh, that would be heaven. Oh, Sislak! I want you to stick this crayon into my brain.
No problem.
Oh, no, he wouldn't.
All right.
Extended warranty? How can I lose?
Perfect.
Dad, how could you? We were connecting in such a meaningful way.
We were what? No, what?
You really are. Oh, Dad.
Well, oh, you want a hug.
I create my lines as a tribute to my dad, Josh. Our Cabernet Sauvignon is bold. You gotta
He said it was bullcrap.
That won't scare anybody. On the top.
Hey, Flanders gave us toothpaste. Mini toothpaste.
You've done it again.
Hensley Town. From hard-working immigrants dream of becoming lazy, overfed Americans. Hey, this is just a sick puppy. I can see you love babies.
Are you a cop? Because you gotta tell me if you are. Okay.
See? This work is a bitch.
The hell I don't.
Ew.
Ruined me. Oh, why didn't I see this coming?
Hey, there's me. And there's you.
So it is noticeable.
Oh, he's fine. It's just a growth spurt. Good as new. Silly superstition. Right, Lisa?
Yes.
Go with the leprechaun.
Guys, I am not cursed. When did that happen?
Okay, let's see. Imp, fairy, pixie, goblin.
That's hobgoblin.
Oh, it tastes like the singing of the angels themselves.
Catching that leprechaun didn't help anything. Maybe you need to take the leprechaun and sing it on the gypsy. The cursed one.
Wake up, you lousy drunk! Oh, me saying I'm sorry won't bring him back.
Gypsy said one.
She's not the boss of me.
If you convert your home to an Ultra House 3000, you'll never have to do housework again.
Oh, Mr. Matthew Perry.
Yeah, could I be any more of a house?
He was Remington Steele, wasn't he?
Yes, I was, Marge. And thank you for selecting me.
Well, hello, Pierce.
Dinner is served. What kind of cybertronic Ultrabot would I be if I let those beautiful hands touch dishwater? No, I'm asking.
Trusting every aspect of our life to a giant computer was the smartest thing we ever did.
Absolutely.
Oh, dear me. You're certainly a lucky man to have.
Lucky Squeaky, I knocked her up. But she's stuck now. Unexplained bacon.
I think he went to work early.
That sounds like a lie.
You're acting crazy, Marge.
Homer, you're alive. That's the water softener.
Well, I am missing the back of my head. I think you could cut me some slack.
Keep your butt from here now, station.
Wait a minute. If I can park in Mr. Birch's space, I can live his whole life. Along won't sing a tiki song.
And everyone will take their turns.
Citizen.
It's actually concrete.
Marge, you thought of everything. Hey, do it!
Asthma! Glasses! Asthma!
What does it say?
Don't worry about it.
What did you write?
Sorry, that's between me and everyone who sees it.
Tommy!
Never!
Oh, now maybe there's something fun we can do?
Sure is. A puzzle. Foggy day in Berlin. You're spiking bug.
Don't know where, don't know where. I won't meet again some sunny, sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. Some sunny, sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. We'll meet again.
This kind of activity, Lisa,